Hello, hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. My name is Badrul Amin bin Ismail Nasaruddin. My metric number is B031910475. In final project May 2020 data communication and networking, I'll be talking about OSI model and subnetting calculation. Part 1, OSI layer. Layer 7, application layer. In this layer, UTEM's lecturer will be accessing the ULEarn system using network connected application. Use web browsers such as Chrome, Firefox and many more. And the protocol it will be used is File Transfer Protocol, FTP. Layer 6, presentation layer. This layer will be receiving application data from layer 7, translate it into binary and compress it. Layer C encrypts that data as it leaves the network. Then it decrypts the data when the system receives it. Layer 5, session layer. When all the data are downloaded by the system, Layer 5 determines which data packets belong to which file as well as where this packet go. Layer 5 also establishes, maintains and ends communication between devices. Layer 4, transport layer. It receives data from layer 5 and segment it. Each segment or data unit has a source and destination port number as well as a sequence number. The port number ensures that the segment reaches the correct application. The sequence number ensures that the segment arrives in the correct order. This layer also controls the amount of data transmitted. For example, the system connection may be able to handle 100 Mbps, whereas lecturer's laptop connection can only process 10 Mbps. Layer 4 can detect that the server slowed down the data transmission, so nothing is lost by the time the system receives it. But when the system sends data back, the server can increase the transmission rate to improve performance. Lastly, Layer 4 performs error checking. If a segment of data missing, Layer 4 will retransmit that segment. TCP and UDP are both very well-known protocols and they exist at Layer 4. TCP favors data quality over speed, whereas UDP favors speed over data quality.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Lukman bin Muhammad Azman and my matrix number is P031910487. I am the second member of Team 13 and I will represent my part in OSI Model and also TCP IP setting manual.
Layer 3, network layer. For this layer, data segments will be transmitted between the networks in the packet form. While accessing the ULEarn system, this layer will assign source and also the destination IP addresses to the data segment. Lecturer's IP address is the source and the ULEarn system is the destination. Layer 3 also determines the best path for data delivery. Layer 2, data link layer. Next, in this layer, the packet will travel from network to network. It will add both MAC addresses from the sender and the receiver to change it into a data unit, which is also known as frame. Layer 1, physical layer. In this layer, the binary will be converted into signal and will travel through all over local media. In this scenario, let's consider that the lecturer is using Ethernet cable to connect from his laptop to the modem. That means the data will be traveled through the Ethernet cable.
Hello, hi. This is subnetting calculation. So from the question, we know that the IP address is 192.198.0.0 and the subnet mask is /16, which is equal to 255.255.0.0. And then the first step, after we know the address, we need to convert it into the binary, and we get this binary value, binary address. So after that, we need to calculate the subset using the bitwise AND operation, which is 1 plus 1 equal to 1, 1 plus 0, or 0 plus 1 equal to 0, and 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. So first step, we take the binary IP address, and then we take the subnet mask binary, this one, and then we calculate it. As for example, 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 by using this rule. 1 plus 1 is equal to 1, and 0 plus 1 is equal to 0. 0 plus 1 or 1 plus 0 is equal to 0. 1 plus 0 or 0 plus 1 is equal to 0, and last one, 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. So after we got the value, this will become the subnet address binary, and the subnet address binaries, when we the subnet address binary, when we convert it into the decimal, it will become 192.198.168.0, and the subnet address binary will be converted into the decimal. It will get the same value as the binary IP address. So after we get the subnet address binary, we need to identify which part it belongs. And as you can see, on the first bit, second bit, and third bit also is the network bit, and the last bit, the fourth bit, it has subnet bit and host bit. So after we identify this bit, we can do in like this table. So we can identify the first host until the next subnet. After we got this table, we done it from the first host until last host and the broadcast address. Then we can generate this table. So from this table, from the information we get, we know the first subnet is equal to 0 and the last subnet is equal to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And by using the formula 2 to the power of n is equal to 5. Why 5? Because we know the subnet has 5 bits. So from the 1, 2, 3, we know the subnet has 5 bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So by using that, we can find the total number of subnet is equal to 32. And we also know the first source is equal to 3, 1, 2, 3, and the last source is equal to 1, 1, 0. So we know the total number of hosts per subnet is equal to 8. So by using the formula 2 to the power of n is equal to 3, which is 1, 2, 3 is equal to 8. But we need that one address is used for subnet address, one address is used for broadcast address. So we need to subtract 2 before we can finalize the number of hosts per subnet. So after we subtract 2, we know that final number of hosts per subnet is equal to 6. That is for the subnet calculation.
Hello, welcome to the last part of the presentation, which is TCP IP setting. I will present to you on how to do the TCP IP setting, and I will use in this presentation I will use Windows 10. Okay, first press Windows key and R button at the same time, and it will open run box, and then type ncpa.cpl init and click on OK. It will open network connection windows. after that, right click on the connection that you want to configure and click on properties. It will open the Wi-Fi properties and then select Internet Protocol version 4 TCP/IPv4 and click on properties. I will open the IPv4 properties and then select on use the following IP address and just insert the specified IP that you want. So for that way, and then click on OK, close, and that's it. Thanks for watching.